Hello and welcome to the Gaming Chronicles. Today we will continue King's Quest VI, Heir today, gone tomorrow. So let's fire it up and get back to where we were, which was on the docks. Okay, let's see. We have been introduced to the plot. We've been told that the ferry is obviously not operating. And the Isles are at a disagreement one with another, something about stolen property. And oh, then there's this young lady here who is under some kind of an iron thumb rule from her stepmother. And oh, I forgot to mention, I think, that I really like the music arrangement in this game. Not only is it good music, but also themes go together from certain screens and scenes. So, and I didn't catch on to this at first. This was something that came, much later than my first playthrough. But the music, for example, in this scene, we'll hear it later in another scene, and it kind of clues you in how they're, that maybe not how they're connected, but maybe there's a connection here. So anyway, um, where are we going? I think we have to go back to the shop. That's right. The sailor, Mr. Sinbad, that's not his real name. Uh, what is his name? I don't know. But he told us to go talk to Ali. Or not Ali, the pawn shop owner.
Good day.
Well, hello, sir. Fancy meeting you here. Can I take your
For
hood
no
off?
apparent reason, Alexander's flesh crawls at the mere thought of touching the old man. A mysterious old man also patronizes the pawn shop. He steals sidelong glances at Alexander from under his hood.
All right. Let's see if he'll talk to me this time. I don't think he will.
Good day, sir.
The old man just glares at Alexander and does not reply.
Well, fine. He's got that glint in his eye. Yeah, suspicious. We all know who it is, but interesting how they always have the glinty eye to clue you in. All right, let's talk to this dude.
Excuse me, merchant, but the ferryman mentioned that you might have a magic map of the land of the Green Isles.
Why, as a matter of fact, I do. I keep it under the counter. It's been gathering dust so long that I nearly forgot about it. It was quite a few years ago, you see. The estate of a wealthy wizard fell into my hands when he died. It was useless magical junk mostly, which reminds me, I've still got some things of his in the back that I need to dump out. Anyway, the magic map was the one true treasure in the lot. The wizard was quite old and feeble and had enchanted the map to aid in traveling. It is said that one need only desire to be on an island depicted on the map to find oneself there. It is a very valuable map, as you can imagine. Unfortunately, no one is interested in traveling these days. It is far too dangerous with the current state of the kingdom.
What would you take for the map?
I would normally want something magic in return, but since I am hardly overrun with prospective buyers, I would be willing to take anything of equal value in exchange.
Okay, so um, the only thing that we have that's really of value is, of course, our ring. I don't think he's gonna want that boring book. Oh, we need to enjoy reading it for a moment. Here in a minute.
Would you be willing to take my family ring in exchange for the magic map?
Daventry, are you a king then?
No, that's my father, King Graham. I'm just Alexander.
Well, Prince Alex, she is a beautiful ring. Are you sure you can part with such a unique family heirloom?
The ring does mean a lot to me. I didn't always have a family, you know. Still, it is only gold. There are more important things at stake now.
Then you now own a magic map, Prince Alex. I will keep your ring out of sight for a few days. If you find anything else of great value in your travels, you can come back for your ring. I would hate to see it melted down for gold. Ah, and a warning about the map. It will only operate when you are out in the open and within sight of the sea. The limitation has something to do with the teleport spell ingredients. You might try the beach.
Thank you. You are very kind. And I'll remember about the map.
Oh, what's this guy doing?
Suddenly, the old man in the concealing cloak sneaks past Alexander, and with a sneaky dart of his hand, steals a mint from the candy jar.
Not
The
to,
old man stuffs the mint into his mouth and wobbles unsteadily out of the pawn shop.
oh, those must be some strong mints. He's having a hard time maintaining. Seconds later in the castle.
Master!
Now we get the
I
reveal.
followed Prince Alexander as you wished from the pawn shop owner. He just abstained, just reprieved. He just got a magic map.
This is fantastic. He can't handle eating
You
mints.
fool! You've been eating those mints again. I ordered you to stop that.
Yes, Master.
Now, what is this about a magic map?
With the map, Prince Alexander could travel anywhere as quickly as I can.
I thought I took care of the only means of travel. By my scimitar, I can't have him stirring things up now.
By my
Get a hold of
scimitar,
yourself
that's
and
hilarious.
listen carefully, Shamir. Go to the other islands and tell them.
Oh, some intrigue and conspiracy is happening now. Alright, so we got the reveal. The random disappearing boy and old man obviously were the genie. And of course, we will see. Of course, within the game, Prince Alexander is still not quite sure what's going on, but as the player, we fully understand what's happening. Okay. Need to check our inventory real quick. Because, let's see, we got the Nightingale. We have the magic map. Let's see, we do need to take a mint.
An elegant little glass dish decorates the countertop. The dish is full of green mints offered for the enjoyment of the customer.
Well, I will definitely take one since I am, after all, his only customer right now.
Alexander takes a mint.
Okay, we now have the mint. I think that is all we need from here. So let's go. We need the mint. We need... Oh, we got the rabbit foot and the mint. Yeah, we got the rabbit foot, mint, nightingale. And... Oh, wait, I think we have to, like, hang out here and walk around or something. Do we have to leave the screen and then come back? He comes out and he dumps his crap out that he was... Yeah, there we go. All of his junk, his magical junk that he was talking about, he's got to dump it out.
A large round pot is one of the pottery pieces.
Oh, I don't want to do that. Let's go look in it. There we go. Interact with it.
Let's
go some dumpster diving.
The odds and ends that the pawn shop owner dumped into the pot. Magic exploding gum wrappers, a shattered crystal ball, a cracked wand, a fake thumb. Near the bottom, Alexander finds a little glass bottle labeled ink. It appears to be empty, but Alexander decides to take it anyway. You never know when a small bottle will come in handy.
This is true. What did he use in King's Quest 3? He used it to make the storm brew, I believe. That ultimately zapped the dragon that was terrorizing the countryside. All right, so we need to go. We do need to go back to the tree here. I hear a bird. Where is it? There it is.
A nightingale perches on a high branch of the tree. She sings the most beautiful song Alexander has ever heard.
Hello, Nightingale. How would you like to listen to...
The path is well used enough already and doesn't need any adjustments from Alexander.
No, I want to
The path is...
put it on the ground. How do I do this?
Alexander winds the mechanical
There we go.
nightingale and places it on the ground.
I don't want to adjust the path, Mr. Ratner.
The mechanical nightingale sings a sweet, tinny tune. The real nightingale in the tree cocks her head and listens intently. The nightingale flies to a lower branch and looks at Alexander curiously, as if she were deciding that this human might not be so bad.
Aw, gee. That's awful nice of you. Alrighty, so the Nightingale is a little bit trusting of us.
The nightingale sings her crystalline song in the boughs of the old tree.
Okay, so we
the
don't...
nightingale looks at Alexander curiously, as though waiting for something.
Okay, so... we don't have our ring. So we have to wait to start giving the Nightingale stuff. What's its name again? Sing Sing. Yeah, Sing Sing. Hello, Sing Sing. We don't know that yet. All right, we need to go. We need to go gather one or two things. Let's see. Yeah, we just need to get one, two things. Yeah, two things from one of the aisles. And then we're going to go to another aisle. All right.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
All right, we need to go to the Isle of the Sacred
Alexander
Mountain.
feels a strange pulling sensation.
And away we go. Okay. Yep, this is it. I
There's
believe.
an ugly flower growing near the base of the cliff.
Why is it ugly?
Alexander notices an unusually large coal-black feather lying on the beach. Alexander picks the flower and is startled by its hideously strong skunk-like odor. For a moment he can smell nothing else.
Not surprised.
Alexander takes the feather.
All right, so we got the feather, we've got the flower, the mint, the nightingale, and the rabbit's fur, and... Wait, we don't need the feather. We need the flower, the mint, the nightingale, the rabbit's paw, and the rabbit's foot, whatever, and the ink. Oh yeah, let's read the book.
Alexander is carrying a book from the bargain table.
So let's, this is fantastic.
Alexander opens
Not really,
the
but
bargain
it's
book
just kind of funny.
and reads a paragraph at random.
2 dulcimers raised to the degree of 40 half-dulcimers, divided into equal parts by the third of a cackle of grouse geese, put over the result of 10 fine mackles, albeit small fine mackles, stretched over the total of 53 1/8 bottles of wild beast lard.
Oh yeah, that's stimulating.
Phew, what an incredibly boring book. No wonder the bookshop owner wanted to get rid of it so bad.
Yeah, I really wonder which of the writing cast crew like came up with that specific part. Was it one guy who wrote the whole thing? Because there's like over 7,000 lines of narrated line that they coded into the game. You know, obviously nothing like that had ever done before for a King's Quest Sierra game, or I think any computer game. This was just so monumental and huge. Let's just take a look around here.
The ocean appears calm, but there's a dimpling pattern to the surface which indicates a strong undertow.
Yep. Yeah, we cannot swim in this game, sadly. Anytime we attempt to swim in the ocean, we will drown.
Jagged boulders surround the small cove.
Okay.
Jagged boulders.
And
There
then
appears to be something etched into the face of the cliff. Alexander decides to get closer.
Oh, ignorance kills, wisdom elevates. Alrighty, we'll come back to that. We don't need to deal with that right now. Comes much later. All right,
Alexander pulls out his
now
magic map.
we're gonna go to the Isle of Wonder. Actually, let's hold on.
Nothing happens. Apparently, the map won't teleport its user anywhere except the other islands. It's a good thing, too. Alexander has had enough of ocean swimming lately.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, fine. Let's go to. I want to save my game. Well, I'm okay. Let's just go.
Alexander feels a
Let's
strange
just go.
pulling sensation.
I'm pretty sure we'll be okay. Okay, we have a second. Oops. Save game. Just do Isle of Wonder. What's that? Oh yeah, that's
blue
the.
ocean stretches.
Oh.
A string of letters floats in the water. The letters spell out, "Where are you going?" Alexander's heard of alphabet soup, but this is ridiculous.
Okay, I believe that. Let's just go ahead and.
One of the oysters is sitting up in bed and doesn't look very happy. He seems to be the only one who can't sleep.
Oh, poor little oyster.
In the oyster's mouth, Alexander can see a glint of white.
Oh, hey. Oh, talk. There we go.
Why aren't you asleep like the other oysters?
Oh, I'm so weary, but I can't sleep. I have a terrible ache in my mouth.
That sounds awful. Well, I just so happen to have a cure-all to insomnia. Oops. Wait, no. No!
Alexander
Don't put yourself to sleep, Alexander. No!
Phew.
Okay. Uh,
If you're having
There we
trouble
go.
sleeping, perhaps you'd like me to read to you.
Hey, that would be great.
okay, now we gotta.
2 dulcimers raised to the degree of 40 half-dulcimers, divided into equal parts by the third of a cackle of grouse geese, put over the result of 10 fine mackles, albeit small fine mackles, stretched over the total of 53 and an eighth bottles of wild beast lard.
Alexander sees nothing of interest on.
Yields a gilded minnow of precise measurements, 2,069 centidrills by 3,023 and 6/7 puns, not punts, as might be expected. This is not to say, however, in any sense whatsoever, that deviations in mean temperature of 5 or 6 dregs or so
Alexander sees.
Ah,
indicate a fabrication or derivation
I think the
sufficiently
speeds might be
broad
too
enough
slow or
to
fast.
exacerbate the conclusions uncovered in due course with regards to the dimensions, consistency, mass, or thickness inherent in the menial suckling grouse.
Alexander.
there we go. Whew.
Hey, you fixed my mouth. It feels great.
Good
Ah,
night.
the little oyster drifts into peaceful slumber with the rest of his oyster friends. Oyster beds line the seashore. Most of the oysters are sound asleep.
Yeah, so you gotta be quick. Otherwise, I think you might miss the opportunity to get it. Or I can't remember if you missed the opportunity to get it or,
Alexander picks up the object floating in the water. It appears
um,
to be a string of letters. They say, "Where
or if
are
you just
you
keep
going?"
reading forever. I can't remember.
Alexander decides to keep the odd sentence, even though it is incomplete.
But another thing that was interesting about this game, I thought, was how there were there's a timer, I think, on the whole of the game, and then there's like timers within timers. So I think as soon as you is it meet with the vizier, I believe is when the game timer starts,
Alexander hears
and you have a
someone
certain
coming.
amount of time to get everything done, or basically rescue Casima. Uh, but then there's all these other things that happen that have a timer.
Guards of the isle we be. Watch for a foreign man, said he, with ears and nose, tongue, hands, and eyes. Its nature cannot be disguised. If mad it be, then mad it dies. Old Tom Troll, smell your smell. Do that which you do so well.
Okay, so Mr. Tom Trow, have a flower.
Alexander holds the flower of stench out to the gnome with the jumbo nose.
Oh, it's awful.
Tom Troll I am, that's all I'll be. My nose knows all on land and sea. A flower of stench has washed ashore. A flower 'tis all, and nothing more.
Why is the guy with the hat over his eyes the one in the lead?
Hark you, Grovenor, do your duty as you swore. With your ears, please tell us more.
All right, I've got a nice little jingle for you.
Alexander winds the tin nightingale and plays it for the gnome with the monumental ears.
A pretty little song.
A nose is not a way to spy. My ears cannot be told a lie. A nightingale is all there be. No man is near, and so say me. Taste, Grump, that we might know whether friend or whether foe.
Hello, Grump Frump. Have a tasty little mint.
Alexander holds the mint out for the gnome with the gigantic mouth.
Grump knows a tasty treat. It matters not what others bleat. No danger is this one so sweet.
Now, I think he can see me, right?
Billy, use your hands. Is it beast or is it man?
Okay, Trilly Dilly.
Alexander holds the rabbit foot out for the gnome with the huge hands.
This whole scene is just kind of hilarious.
What aileth thee? A bunny can't trill merrily. A hare does not at all taste sweet. A rabbit here is all we greet. Old Bill Batter, never fatter, vision can resolve this matter. Look you now and end this chatter.
Alrighty, so we take this.
There's no reason. Alexander pours the contents of the empty-looking ink bottle over himself.
By all that's beauteous, fair, and sightly, 4 morons do I sleep with nightly. There's nothing there at all, I say. Enough of this. Let's now away.
And back to the back of the line goes the only guy who can see well. Oh man. Who hired them to be the guards of the island?
Guards.
Seriously. I think if you fail the test, I think they just throw you in the ocean or something and you get pulled out to sea. I can't remember. I've never died to them. Not by accident. I think it's always fun to well, some people think it's fun. It's interesting being a King's Quest game to see how the game devs devise all the different ways that you can die. Some of them are funny, some of them are just like, "Oh, that's sad."
To the north, the island is dense with vegetation. The blue ocean stretches on for as far as Alexander can see.
Okay. I think that yeah, we're good here. Hello.
The tail end of this island is a riotous scramble of books, sand, and a spider's web. The tail end.
Wait, can I look
the
at the
tail-
bees?
The tail.
I want to
the
look at a
tail
bee.
end of the
I guess not.
piles of stacked books, looking ready to topple at any moment, have been arranged haphazardly on the sandy ground.
What if I do my... What if I can talk to the bees? Hello?
Alexander is greeted with silence. The bees, although spelling, can sting and cause swelling.
Okay. Oh, that's right. This is Isle of Wonder. It's like the Wonderland. Um, Wonderland themes. So let's see. Let's pick up a book. Oh, hello.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize these books had an owner. I'm in need of a rare book.
No owner? All books have owners, my good man. And this book owner, Bookworm to you, wouldn't part with one of his books for anything.
Isn't there something I can do for you to pay for the book?
Let's see. Do you have an itinerant clause?
No. No clauses at all, I'm afraid.
As an exception, you always should.
Don't mind oxymoron and diphthong. They're fairly limited grammatical principles, you know. Let's see. A
Nice.
marsh pig that does Texas?
No. I'm afraid not.
A dangling participle?
I'm fresh out.
A purple fiddle whacker?
No, I don't think so. Sorry.
An idiosyncrasy, perhaps?
Afraid not.
Ha! Then what good are you?
Well, that was a short conversation. And obviously, I cannot obtain a book. Let's look around here a little bit more.
Piles of stacked books, looking ready to topple at any moment, have been arranged haphazardly on the sandy ground.
Okay, it's all the same description. So... let's save our... I keep clicking on the wrong thing. Come on. We have to take that little piece of paper from the spider, but I don't know... Nah, we'll get it later, because we have to come back here for the book anyway. I think we can get it now, but I don't think that we need to know it right now, so it's fine. Let's go further into the island. And... Oh, let's look around here.
A mushy swamp lies just off the path. It doesn't look like very good swimming.
Uh...
A stick is stuck in the middle of the swamp. A large tree stretches knotted limbs out over the swamp. Part of the tree's trunk is shaped like the face of a dog. Why, it must be a dogwood tree. The fallen log has a good-sized knot or bump.
Okay, we don't need anything from here right now.
Milkweed thrives near the mucky swamp. Small bottles filled with milk grow on it like fruit.
Okay, yeah, we can come back here to get that later. Okay, this is why we came.
Unless Alexander is mistaken, those plants must be baby's tears. Vines of sweet ripening tomatoes climb up little wooden posts.
All right.
Is that lettuce growing in the garden? It looks a little chilled. Why, it must be
Iceberg lettuce.
A colorful array of snapdragons stand guard to one side of the path. The wallflowers look terribly shy. There appears to be a hole in the garden wall.
Wait, I don't want to get it now.
Through the hole in the wall, Alexander sees a land that resembles a giant chessboard. Wow, it really is a hole in the wall.
Oh, hey.
Zounds, those wallflowers sure are shy, and the snapdragons are awfully protective of them. Alexander can't even get close to the wallflowers without causing quite a stir.
All right. I just wanted to take a look. All right, let's get some of that iceberg
Alexander
lettuce.
picks a head of iceberg lettuce.
Ye gads! Is that cold?
All right, let's enter these doors. And hello, it's Chestland.
Alexander is standing at the edge of a strange land with rolling checkered hills. Two chessboard knights stand before the marble entrance, guarding a path which wanders like a ribbon into the velvety hills. A red chess knight stands at the a noble white chess knight.
Okay, let's walk a little bit forward. Oh, hello.
Checkmate! Only chess pieces allowed in chessboard land? That's right. Humans aren't allowed in and never will be. Stay out!
Here they come. These are the ladies that we wanted to talk to.
I must insist, Your Highness. I shall send a lump of coal to the Vizier and the Princess as a present for their wedding, and that's the end of it.
And I suppose you'll leave me with only this stupid spoiled egg to send, Your Highness. I want to impress the new king and queen of the realm as much as you do. As queen of this island, I have every right to that lump of coal.
Who isn't queen of this isle? The lump of coal is in my possession. Therefore, I shall do as I please with it. Besides, there's nothing wrong with that spoiled egg.
The egg, though delightfully spoiled, is not nearly so valuable as the lump of coal, and you know it. Your Highness always got to carry the singing stone. It's not fair that you get the coal, too.
That doesn't count. The singing stone was stolen by that horrid beast. I should get to keep the coal just because my stone was stolen.
It wasn't your stone. It belonged to the Isle of Wonder treasury. Your Highness always thinks that everything is hers.
Excuse me, my good man, but could you settle an argument for us?
No.
Which of us should get to carry the coal and which the egg? Remember, white is the color of deserving truth and virtue.
Quiet, Your Highness, and let him make up his own mind. I, for one, shall be more proper, and not even mention the fact that red is the color of love.
Yes, much more proper.
I'm sorry, Your Majesties. I'm partial to both red and white, but I'm afraid that I don't know how to solve your problem. One of you will just have to be gracious and allow the other the lump of coal.
What a ridiculously stupid idea.
Quite ludicrous.
He was a lot of help, wasn't he?
Oh, yes. Obviously a man of high intelligence.
Oh, well.
The lump of coal goes much better with my gown anyway. Black and red are imperial colors.
You just keep going on. Keep going on.
That's the silliest thing I ever heard. Red does not go with anything, being much too self-conscious. White is the perfect accompaniment to any color.
Okay, well, let's pick that little thing up that they dropped, the little scarf.
Alexander picks up the Red Queen's scarf.
All right, let's get out of here. We've had enough silliness for the time being. Okay, we've got the iceberg lettuce and got the red scarf. Listen to the two queens of the island bicker a bit, and we've learned that their singing stone has apparently been stolen by the beast. So we're starting to hear more about the stolen treasures or stolen property or whatever it might be. Let's go ahead and just take the milk. There's a funny little exchange here.
Alexander takes a bottle of milk from the milkweed bush.
Oh, hey.
Apparently, the dogwood tree doesn't like Alexander standing that close.
Okay. And I think if you try and take another one or something, I think the dogwood tree can eat you. I can't remember that one either. There are a few places where um, I have died intentionally and unintentionally, um, but I can't remember if the dogwood tree can like eat you or something. Anyway, we are going to go to the land of the beast now. Oh, whoops.
The magic map. Alexander
Since they mentioned that singing stone, let's
Alexander feels a
see if we can figure that out. Oh, well, hello, little guy.
There's an odd little creature dangling from that tree branch. A little fawn is feeding on a grassy hillock near the sea. The water seems tranquil at the moment, but a dimpling pattern on the surface indicates a strong undertow. Tall, narrow trees abound on each side of the path. Alexander is standing at the edge of the sea on a heavily forested island. As far as the eyes can see, tall trees spread out their branches as though straining to link arms, their tops forming a canopy above. A path leads north through the forest.
Okay, alright, let's go ahead and just talk to this little guy up here.
Hello, friend. Aren't you an odd-looking little fellow?
I'm not odd-looking, you are.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you could speak.
Speak not. Funny is, speech I am and nothing but.
So, he's kind of revealed who he is. Maybe not exactly, but if we listen to the music cue, we can use the music clue, cue, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. To kind of figure, oh, this is probably one of the little guys that the bookworm was talking about.
You speak strangely, friend.
Strange, my speech is not. Eloquence I speak with.
But who are you? And why are you here?
Away I fly my home from. Lost I am, therefore. As my name, too, can you guess not? It's what I do this branch with, and the way I speak of.
So if we put that little clue together, he is dangling, and he speaks in participles. Yes, that's right. We have found the dangling participle.
If you're lost, perhaps I can take you home.
Take me home, too? Think not I do. Know you I do not.
Oh.
Are you sure you don't want me to try to find your home?
Trust you I do not. Stay here I will.
Okay. We tried. But looky here, I've got something that you just can't resist.
Alexander holds the sentence out to the creature.
This sentence seems in need of an ending. Perhaps you could finish it?
Where are you going? Where are you going? Know what I do? Where are you going to? Like you I do. Go I with you.
And we put the little dangling participle in our jacket somehow.
Well, that was certainly interesting. It looks like Alexander now has a passenger.
All right, hang on, little buddy. We will get you home. Okay, first we need to go inland a bit here. Well, this is a charming little hot spring.
A pond lies across the path. The water boils as if over some magical flame. An old abandoned hunter's lamp is hanging on one of the trees. Alexander wonders who might have hunted in these dense woods.
Yes.
Tall, narrow trees abound on each side of the path. Alexander is traveling on a path through a dense forest. The woods on either side of the path are teeming with wildlife. Blocking his progress north is a pond that boils with a magical intensity.
All right, well, we are not going to walk into the pond. Let's see, where's our lettuce? Let's cool that water down a little
Hoping
bit.
to cool down the boiling pond, Alexander throws in a head of iceberg lettuce. The pond's water slowly stops boiling, cooled by the ice. It still looks hot, but bearable.
Let's go get a few more of those. That worked pretty dang well.
Alexander decides to brave the steaming pond.
Whoa.
Ouch! Ow! Ooh, 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 ouch!
The pond is no longer boiling,
Um,
but it's hardly bathwater.
I mean, just kind of curious, but if we look to the side here, this does not look like a difficult climb. Hold on, let me... that's not the button. Let's do... boiling water. Okay, yeah, he doesn't even try to get up there. So it's not like he even tries to climb it and then falls and dies. All right, let's get that lamp.
Alexander takes the old hunter's lamp from the tree.
Okay, and let us continue on.
As Alexander continues down the path, he gets the strange feeling that he's being watched.
Hey, look, it's a random...
Come on over here and see what I'm doing with these flowers. Never mind that stone fella on top of the gate. He won't hurt you any. He's just there to scare you.
That's not suspicious at all. Yeah, don't mind this guy. Just come over here and see what I'm doing with these flowers. Just come over here. Come over here, boy. It's like... It's like the, I don't know, the mischievous family member who is always trying to play a prank on you. He's like, hey, come over here, let me show you something. And then, it ends up being a bad experience. Anyway.
The statue to the left of the gate shows a man kneeling down with his spear as though waiting for a target. A stone archer sits atop the lintel of the gate like a silent guardian.
Yeah.
The stone bow is tightly drawn and fitted with a single stone arrow.
Come on through, I say. I can show you a path through the forest.
I'm sure you can. Yeah, your little glinty eyes give you away, Mr. Genie. I think this thing is the brick we need, right?
Lies in the grass. It must
Yeah.
have come from the old brick wall.
That is what we need. Oh, the way that
Picks up the brick.
stone statue moves is, I don't know. The very first time that I remember walking across, I was about to walk up, just to try and like talk to him.
Look, there's no point in hanging out here all day. I can show you the wondrous castle that lies in the middle of the island. Don't be so timid.
Well, you see, here's the thing. There's these stone statues that are apparently alive, and yeah. Anyway, the very first time I came here, I didn't die to it, but I think I was very close because I was about to just walk up and talk to him, to like, I don't know, try to get right here.
You aren't gonna listen to me, are you? Well, we'll just see about that.
Okay, he's had enough of trying to convince us. He's not very,
That's odd. The gardener just disappeared.
That's odd. Come on, Alexander. You're smart. You outsmarted Mananan and, You can surely figure out that it's a magical being. Okay, that's all we need here. And there's that archer. Yeah, just first memories of the game just remind me of how unnerving it was to see that archer, because I just had it in my mind that okay, maybe I gotta move quickly. Maybe this screen is timed. I don't know, but anyway, let's go and go back to the Isle of Wonder.
Alexander pulls out
We
his
gotta take
magic
this
map.
dangling participle back home to his bookworm friend. Where is it? There we go.
Alexander feels a
Okay. All right, I think we can just go and clicky like that.
Hello, Bookworm. I have something you might be interested in.
Well, what is it this time?
I found this little fellow lost on another island.
Coming home I am too.
There you are, you naughty boy. I told you not to leave the island.
Glad I am seeing you too.
A most solemn celebration.
I love those little guys.
So, you found my dangling participle. I suppose I'll have to give you something. Let's see now. Was it a rare book you wanted?
Yes, sir.
Well, then none of these will do. They've been sitting in the sun far too long and must be well cooked by now. This one is far more rare. A delicious little tidbit.
Thanks.
All right, let's see what we got. Da, 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 da.
Alexander is carrying a rare book from the Bookworm. The words in the binding are very faint. The something something riddle book.
All right, we got a riddle book. Let's open it.
Alexander opens the rare book and looks inside. The book contains riddles and has a page missing. Alexander glances at a few of the conundrums, but finds himself more curious about the one that is missing. What was the riddle, he wonders? More importantly, what was the answer?
Okay, so yeah, now let's go ahead and talk to this this fine young lady over here.
Wow. Hiya, gorgeous. Oh, what a luscious-looking hunk of flesh you are.
Thank you, I guess. Who are you?
How charming of you to pretend not to know. I'm Black Widow, of course. The femme fatale of all femme fatales. Know what I mean? You know, I was just thinking it was time I found my 50th, another husband. It would be quite a horror, an honor to have me as a bride. Just look at my beautiful weaving. It's so light, so delicate. You'll never want to leave my little nest.
It is a lovely web, but my heart is elsewhere, I'm afraid.
Oh, drat! The loss is yours. I'm sure you'll change your mind once you consider the advantages.
Not so much. All right, let's yank on this little thread here.
Hey, don't touch that thread!
Alexander snatches the scrap of parchment, curious to see what's written on it.
Love. Well. Uh-oh, there it goes.
The wind blows the scrap of paper from Alexander's hand, but he remembers what it said well enough.
So I can't remember if the Black Widow's voice is the same one who does Beauty, or Queen Valinus, or Princess Cassima. I can't remember. But I forgot to I did want to speak a little bit more to the professional voice actors that did this, right? That we have, Robbie Benson is the prince, who's the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Interesting how it was how the movie was released just the year before. At least the Disney animated feature, right, was released just before um, this game was, and after, and well, as we know,
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
everything that has had the Beast in it from then until I think the current day, Robbie Benson has always done the voice acting for it, whether it's um, another animated thing. I think he's done all like the video game acting. So he's done a ton. Let's see, where are we going? We're going to the Isle of the Crown. But so Beauty, we're not supposed to know her name yet. So Beauty, the girl who is being ordered around by her stepmother, she, I think it's her who voices the Black Widow, but I'm not sure. But she doesn't have a big part in this video game, but she is a huge legend in voice acting. She voiced Minnie Mouse, she voiced Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and I think she did other stuff like the Muppet Babies. She did, I think, Gonzo, the Zorro cartoon, Jake and the Neverland Pirates, just so much stuff. And it was sad when she passed away about 2018 or 19. Anyway, but just kind of it amazes me now, looking back so many years ago, that considering how those voice actors, some of them were just starting with their career, like Robbie Benson. There were those who were like Russie Taylor, that's her name, who had been already voice acting for decades. You had Don Messick, you had Dave Fennoy, I think it's Fennoy, whatever. You had Townsend Coleman, he's the bad guy in this one, I think, the Vizier. Ron Feinberg, Bill Ratner, and all of these voice actors who had just done so much already. They'd been in these, big animated series, I think I've already mentioned G.I. Joe, Plastic Man. That's a very old one. Anyway, let's move on with our lives. Let's go ahead and go to the pawn shop. And let's see, I think that's... Yeah, we need to we need to make a couple of exchanges, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up the episode.
Your candy dish is empty.
I am sorry, sir, but I have no more mints. Somebody has eaten them all.
Well, get some more then.
I wonder.
I fear that is impossible. Without the ferry, I can no longer get imports from the other islands, and we do not grow mint extract on the Isle of the Crown.
Oh, I hate not getting what I want.
All right. And he walks off in a huff. Alrighty. Let's talk to this guy.
How fare you, good merchant?
I am as content as the sands on the ocean shore, Prince Alex.
Ooh, that's deep. Alright, let's go ahead and exchange the Nightingale. I think I've mentioned how this guy, he voiced one of the G.I. Joe characters in the G.I. Joe animated series, which,
would you mind if
as a young man, I was a fan of.
Of course, Prince Alex, please.
A young boy.
Choose something in exchange for the items on the counter.
Alexander looks closely at the items on the counter to make his selection.
Oh, we need the flute.
I'll take the flute.
The flute? Very good, Prince Alex. May its music always be sweet. feel free to trade it back at any time.
I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate how like the counter actually changes. Like, the nightingale reappears, the flute is removed. Just minute details like that that really set this apart from not just the other King's Quests, but any other game of its time. Okay, we want our ring back, so have a pearl.
I found this large pearl. Might it be valuable enough to ransom back my family ring?
I have never seen such a perfect pearl. Certainly you can have your ring back.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't sell it. I'm a bit attached to it, I'm afraid.
Of course you are. You would be cold-hearted if you felt any differently. I am happy to see a family heirloom back with its rightful owner.
So kind. I think you can kind of hear it in his voice. I can't remember if I mentioned that his one of his big roles that he did in voice acting was the character of Vol'jin from World of Warcraft, and then there was another one in there too. At least like a more recent role. I mean, he was Roadblock in GI Joes, and that was a pretty big thing. But I think you can kind of hear like the tone, the inflection that he uses in his Vol'jin character. Anyway, we've got our ring back, and now we've got the flute. Okay, this is a good breaking point. And so in our next episode, we are going to, let's see, we're going to go back to the Isle of Wonder, and we're going to do some more stuff on the Isle of the Crown. And I think we'll be able to climb that. We'll be able to get to the Isle of the Sacred Mountain and climb the cliffs of RTFM. So, until our next episode, so long for now.